Didn't see you there, man. DomPTO. And did you know that 99.8% of you motherfuckers watching this video right now are not subbed? Bro, I make good content. I stream often. I post often. Bro, just hit the sub button, man, and leave a like and comment. Shit, maybe even share. But with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of the video, man. YouTube, we got the craziest trade in NBA history by JxmyHighroller, man. Yes, another JxmyHighroller video, man. We'll see what he got to say about this one. That shit was crazy, though. Not gonna lie. It was like, I think it was damn near like 2 in the morning for me, or like maybe 3 in the morning for me when that trade happened. Because, like, you know, they West Coast or whatever. So, bro, or was it 12? It was like 12. It might have been 12. I'm not sure. I could be tripping. It could be 12. I'm not gonna lie. But it was late as fuck, bro. And I just peep on my Twitter timeline. Luka gets traded to the thing. No, I was watching a game. I was watching Portland versus the Suns. And they're like, Luka just got traded to the Lakers. And that shit was crazy. But without further ado, let's go ahead, without further being said, let's go ahead and watch this video, man. Yeah. Cold world, nigga. Damn.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks.
I'm telling God, this shit was crazy. It was 12 in the morning then, because Tyrese is actually. Let me see. Kings are but they're on the West Coast. Oh, but I think Jimmy might be on the East Coast.
On a Saturday night. Did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God.
Yeah,
we all said in unison as news broke that the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack.
Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, 2029, Lakers first round pick. Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris, Jalen, and the Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino, 25 Clippers, second round. So, hey, bro, let me turn on my notice. In my opinion, guys, I actually have no fucking clue why they did this trade. You know, the Lakers, in my opinion, it's weird. Like, it's really weird because you got to think the Lakers like number 5 in the West with Anthony Davis. So with Anthony Davis and LeBron, they're number 5 in the West. So it's like, why trade? Plus, like, you know, AD's a dominant big man who averages like 20 and fucking 10, 25 and 10. So it's like, why do that? And then it's like, for the Mavs, it's like, y'all literally got a young franchise. Nigga, Luka, ain't he like 25? Y'all got a 25-year-old. I don't give a fuck what they say about conditioning or whatever. I thought I heard that this nigga was in a European league over the summer, too. So it's like, and if he's a little overweight, the nigga's 6'7". And if he was any weight, it'd be like 245. So it doesn't look that bad. And it's an athletic 245. So, I mean, you got to think linebackers in the NFL be 6'2", 230, buff as shit fast. You think he can't be 6'7", 240? That's not even a bad weight, bro. So, yeah, that's insane for them to even trade it like that. Or maybe we just, I don't even know, bro. That shit's just crazy to me, bro. Terrible trade on the Lakers. No, not the Lakers realistically. I think it was a good trade for the Lakers, right? Because they get a young 25-year-old. I think he's 25. I'm not sure, but whatever. They get a young, what's his name, Luka, to pair with Bron. Niggas like, you know, and I was like, damn, hey, they have, you know, like, hey, AD, they got a big man. But I'm forgetting that nigga LeBron is 6'9". He can play power forward. So I don't think they don't really lose much. Especially when they get a nigga that averages like a triple fucking double. So, and I mean, I guess the trade worked out for both. I mean, you know, they get a guard. The Mavs now have a guard, big man duo instead of a fucking 2 guards. Good backcourt. Now they got Anthony Davis and fucking Kyrie. You know, so I guess that actually works out for them. And maybe the trade isn't that bad after all. And there's probably more behind the scenes that we don't know about. But my bad. Let's get back to the video.
And I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for a
nigga made that statement. That's crazy.
Finals appearances, the same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago, is now gone. And after looking at the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration, the most shocking trade in...
You know, and they got Max Christie. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I remember Max Christie ain't that good, but like, hey, bro, they get a guard replacement. They get AD. They still have Kyrie. They have Daniel, what are the fucking name? Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Clay. I mean, it's just, I think it's just a bad trade in terms of what Luka is. Because realistically, okay, niggas might get on my ass for this one. Luka has the potential to be a top 3 player of all time. He does. Realistically, he does. Especially him and Jokic. Top 3, top 5, all time. All time with what they're averaging stat-wise. If they can get some, fucking MVPs and more rings on their fingers, nigga, that like shit gonna be like hard to, dismiss. But yeah, them trading that level of player for a older AD, even though he's still, I know he was like damn near, I think he was like number 1 in MVP voting this year at some point, or some shit, top 3 at least. But it's like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is.
NBA history. Now that we've had about a day to digest the Luka AD trade, by now the reality of the situation should be setting in. It has not. A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout. That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have.
Hey, I don't really believe all that rating shit, man. Them niggas capping. Your ratings are not down, Kyle. Like, nigga, nothing happened to the NBA audience. It's like, y'all niggas cap.
Ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this, the Illuminati? What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't be a lifer in that organization. There wasn't any buildup, there wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka making demands. It just happened. Out of the blue, which is reason number 3. The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking around and assessing other offers. They just made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business. I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap. If Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap. If an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps, can you imagine what a...
Yo, I didn't know half these trades except for like the Paul George one. What? That they would have got. Okay. The thing is though, is like you got to think. Luka's contract. I feel like it's gonna be way higher than everybody else's on this thing. So like, you got to think about that. So they might not give it literally everything because of how high his contract's gonna have to be to get him paid. I mean, maybe, but that nigga.
Prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team. Oh wait, I know, a 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense. And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just...
Well, they said Anthony... Well, you can't say Anthony Davis like Anthony Davis when he go for like 5 fucking first-round picks. Like, or 6, maybe 7. Like you said that shit like he's like a nobody. Like, Nah, nigga, that's Anthony Davis.
In the finals last year.
That shit
We've
makes
seen
it crazy,
players
though.
sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable, because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic.
Correct.
You do not trade Luka Doncic. If you were to rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably 3rd or 4th on that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks
How the fuck is Luka under SGA?
would
Anyways,
get in return for Giannis. Here's a hint, there isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported that Dallas had 2 major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise. The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So let me get this straight. The Dallas Mavericks just traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into—
bro, this fat ass nigga has managed to stay his ass in the league with injuries and all, being fat as fuck. And they kept him thinking he's lost a shit ton of weight and he's back.
to load
Well, not back, but you know.
management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best. But you get the point. We are now over a decade into the process. And
Shit, exactly. Embiid too. But nigga been injured for half his career. Niggas missed 5 seasons worth of games. They still got this nigga on the roster. Still got him. They ain't trade his ass.
Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise
Also, they need to investigate these niggas' team doctors. This fuck ass nigga cannot be injured that much. That's ridiculous.
player to one out, to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the opportunity presents itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger and get rid of a megastar in his prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this. Because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left, or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade, he's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan, I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the actual third one was also incredible. That's about 1 superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them, Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team,
Luka gonna be one of them niggas that lasts till like he's 38, bro.
knows all too well.
I don't know. Them 4 niggas don't be liking to play for real, but I don't know. I feel like he's different from Jokic, so I think he like 37.
Oh, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mild.
Bro, and that's what's also, like, you ought to think, all right, they only got 1 pick out of it. They got AD in 1 pick. Bro, one pick. That one pick is fucking 4 years from now. 4 years. Them niggas in middle school. Come on, bro.
Totally out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving Luka an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world, who gets better in the playoffs, is a perennial MVP candidate who's hitting his prime, isn't worth paying, then who the hell is? Dallas said that this was a win-now trade, an oxymoron of a statement considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season, but superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a...
I think it's because they know, like, even if they get back there, they're probably going to lose again to the Celtics. Realistically, they have no one to guard fucking Kristaps. Like, okay, y'all got niggas on Jaylen Brown and Gerard there, right? Gerard ain't doing shit. Offensively, regardless, he's just there to lock down the point guard. Derek Wright versus Luka. Luka is frying that shit. Whatever. Y'all niggas got no forward, for real. Y'all got no center, no power forward. Y'all got shit. So AD being there is like, it increases the interior defense. Like, I understand the trade, but like, who they traded is a problem.
A lot of money.
Like I would think trade Kyrie. Kyrie's a little bit older. He's around the same value as around the same value as AD. Y'all throwing some picks, and y'all can say Kyrie back with Bron. Reunite them niggas, and then have AD and fucking Luka. And I think they'll damn near lock them niggas in for another chip. Like, seriously, lock them in for like another chip. No joke.
And if you're not willing to empty your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems
never. Look at the Warriors, man. Shitty ass niggas.
Completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which is already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole, but specifically because Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing. Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, better. So that means unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on one team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant. Which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade. And despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough. Which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or two, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise. And they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out, and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good, possibly a winning formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic, and in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
That shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy. Yeah, nah, like I said, like they look like the roster for the Mavs though looks like, hey, bro, they can win it all. Like, cool, Kyrie's not better than, right? But nigga, AD is going to settle down that interior defense. And not only that, but you gotta think about all the combinations they could do with AD and shit like that and Kyrie, bro. It's a wrap. That's a W. It's a W for Kyrie, bro. I think it works best for sort of both. So, but I still think it's a crazy trade for who they traded. I would have traded Kyrie and not Luka, and then give up like 3 first-round picks because like you got to rise. Everybody, y'all the Mavs. Y'all probably not gonna be bad to where y'all have a lottery pick for the next 7 years, 6 years. I'll say 4 years. Let me say 4 years. I'm gonna say 4 years. So y'all can really just trade away those next 4 picks. I mean, y'all not gonna use them. Y'all niggas going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? 4 first rounds, Kyrie. 4 first rounds, Kyrie for AD. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.